the same exact size as this. This is just a slightly stronger model. The ones on your school are 224 watts apiece, and this is 235 watts. But if you look at this solar panel and you looked at one in your school, you couldn't tell the difference.
So this one's actually slightly weaker than our school's?
Slightly stronger. And the reason for that is, there's two kinds of silicone cells. Ones they call polycrystalline and ones they call monocrystalline. The monocrystalline ones are a little bit more powerful. And so the panels on your school are the same as this, but they're polycrystalline, and these are monocrystalline. And the way you can usually tell is, see how the corners are cut off like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a monocrystalline cell.
And our school does not have these.
No, your school has the completely square ones. And that's the only difference.
Is there a reason why the corners are cut off, or is it just like a trademark thing?
It's part of the way that they make the silicone cells.
So doesn't silicone do funky things when it's exposed to light?
Well, yeah, it conducts electricity.
So basically this thing right now is producing energy right now.
It is producing energy right now. Now there's no load hooked up to it, so
It's just self-generating.
it's just got an energy potential right now. It's not actually generating
Basically like
energy.
a rubber band that's pulled back.
Right. So,
Random question.
sure.
Would it withstand a whack with a mallet?
If you whacked it with a metal mallet or a rubber mallet,
Rubber.
it might be okay.
Okay.
These are strong enough that I can walk across them when they're installed.
Oh, cool.
Do you
Yeah.
crawl or like stand on 2 feet?
I usually, well, if I'm on a roof and I need to walk across them, I'll walk right along the edges, along the metal here. Because the metals are the metals are rated for 225 pounds.
Oh, I get it, because that can even withstand the most chunkiest stuff.
But if I walked along the edges and say I got 7 solar panels down and I had to do something, I would then lay on the panel and just make sure to distribute my weight. So where are those pieces you get?
Remember, you're laying on glass on the thing. The glass, silicone, is poly stuff, right?
So grab these legs. I'll show you exactly what's going on at your school. And you can grab that tray, those trays too. Everything's covered in snow now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm in a photo.
It's in here.
I'm crawling out of the photo. No.
It's in here.
I feel like I'm a farmer when I do this.
What's it in here?
I think I hit ice.
Wow.
You don't want to bend that.
Yeah, I don't bend
Oh,
that.
yeah. That's all I did.
It's not a shovel. Or a pick.
I think I hit
Alright.
something hard.
So,
Oh, no.
I would love it if I had
give me the first leg. This one. Here, you
It's
can.
a leg.
That's a leg. You want to hold it right there. So, with this kind of
Very
system,
comfortable. Leg doesn't look very comfortable.
What is this? What is this?
slide that in there.
Touch the washer.
Right. We're not going to do it all tight, but I'll do it finger tight to show you guys. Nope.
Doesn't fly.
And then touch the bottom.
If it doesn't go in a peck, I'll actually slice.
Huh.
Ah! Water!
Excuse me.
That's a huge icicle.
Don't stand under it.
Yeah, don't stand under there. With all the snow melting, that's a bad idea.
Robert, look at the icicle. They're bigger on the end. I still don't get why I call these things legs.
Because they are legs.
Supportive. What would you call them?
Supporters. What do you call
Well,
it?
that would be right too.
Legs are shorter.
I call my legs supporters.
There we go, I got some like that.
Here, you want it?
Go
Pass
for
me
now.
that.
Wait, oh, friend. Wait, can you do this? No.
You've been framed.
Wait, Alan, can you give me this for a second? Wait, what? See this. You're looking
It's
at
a
a mug shot.
That's fine.
It's a mug shot.
You're looking at a mirror. Wait,
Fish.
no. Wait, I'm missing something. No, it's a magic mirror. You're like, oh, I thought I got
So what's going on next door?
I think they ran rented this space out to a gym. So there's a gym going on.
Alright, now can I talk to this
Not
one?
even solar.
Solar in a gym. So, at your school, watch out, you have 81 solar panels sitting
that.
just like that.
Ooh, there's a lot of water on it.
Well, they are intended to be what?
They are very hot.
And
All right.
apparently snow-proof too.
Now, the trays go both on the front and the back. They screw right in. You can look at the holes here. And normally between the connections, like the connections I just made, every single connection has one of these. And what these do is they ground the metal to itself. So when you put one of these between here and here, these become electrically continuous. So then you can put a grounding wire, which is for safety, on the corner of the array, and it'll protect the whole thing from electric overcurrents. So
So basically, is the thing self-ground itself?
it grounds itself, right. If it didn't ground itself, we'd have to attach a wire to every leg, every tray, and every solar panel, which you can imagine would be a huge effort.
It's a neat tray.
And expense.
Right, huge expense, labor-wise.
Can we see a shop after?
Can we see what?
Your van?
The solar,
I brought my car. My van's over at the shop.
solar trailer. Are you talking
Oh,
about
the solar trailer? Oh, yeah, sure.
Is
So-
there a PlayStation in it?
I don't know if it's in there now. I don't think the TV's in there now. So these trays would screw in right there, and then paving blocks that are about as wide as this tray, and 8 inches wide and 4 inches tall, sit in this tray and hold the solar panels down.
So basically, this
So
is
it
a
can be
continuous.
brought up by wind that easily.
So
Right, so that they'll stay where they are.
because you can't puncture the rubber on the roof, you have to have them just sitting under their own weight.
Right. Well, you can puncture the rubber on the roof, but if you did it, you would need 2 attachments for every solar panel, and every attachment to the roof costs $200 with the roofing contractor.
Whoa, wow.
So yeah, you would have 160 of those in the case of your school, which would be a huge expense. So instead, we use paving blocks.
Yeah, that'd be like
Also, I have
$20,000.
a
Right.
question. So it's just a giant, massive, connected thing that self-grounds itself.
Yeah.
It's basically a giant metal thing that grounds. That's cool because it's all metal, so it shares the electricity going around. Basically.
Right. And in theory, this would have no potential to the Earth, so lightning would want to strike it less.
Right.
And if lightning did strike it, hopefully it would be carried out in the ground wire. There's not any historical data that says whether that's the truth or not, but that's the theory. So,
Did you just say that if lightning strikes this, could the energy be used of the lightning,
no,
or
it wouldn't be used for electricity, but it should, through the ground wire, bring itself down and dissipate in the Earth.
Okay.
Rather than destroying all the solar panels. If that's the truth or not, there's no historical data or accounts of it, so no
Okay.
one knows.
cool?
Until more panels get struck by lightning.
Could you could you use the energy of lightning strike to power, or that just